In this session, I want to share a personal great discovery I did for UFT Developer when working in different environments such as Java or C# using the different SDKs. What I realized is you can share the application models across the different environments. So let's imagine we have built an application model for our C#.NET project. I can use the same application model in a Java project. So for instance, I'm here currently in C#, Visual Studio C# environment, and my UFT developer is started. Let me quickly check. So it is not started here, but in IntelliJ. So I can see here I have a Flight GUI TSRX. So this is the application model. I can open it and I can really use all the objects with the different tags here directly in my Java project. And when I automate, I do it here directly in my code. I write the code and make use of those different objects in my test code and automate the different test cases. And if there is a change in future, I can refer back to this application model and do the change once only here. So the change will be adapted across all the different tests. And recently I was preparing a demo for a customer where I required a same application model. So I said, okay, instead of building it new, maybe it is possible to reuse it. And it was actually for the .NET environment. I took the same application model with the TSRX extension and imported it into my C# project and was able to reuse it. So let me show it to you. So this is my Flight GUI application model in Java. So you can see this is an IntelliJ environment, and what I will do now, I will just disable UFT Developer for my IntelliJ and move to C#. And in C# I will enable UFT Developer. So UFT Developer will be launched, and what you can see here, I've already imported the Flight GUI TSRX here in my C# project. And once UFT Developer is launched, let me open it now. So when I open this file, you can see it is loading, and the cool stuff here is now that I am able to see not only all the objects which I was maintaining out of my Java project, but I see also all the different tags I have coordinated in my Java environment. So using these tags, I'm really easily for me to identify all the login objects. So it will filter it out, or if I want to see all the objects related to flight information, I can just select it and it will filter it out for me and I'm able to see it. Same like if I want to search for a username or something like this. Let's say it's not username, maybe it's agent name. So you can see I can really search for it, and I can basically share the application models across the different environments. For C# and for Java SDK, I can use basically the same application model. So what is now the use case here? So let's take a look on a slide. So basically what I have with an application model is I create application model for different applications I would like to automate, like SAP terminal emulation. I have mobile application, .NET, web application, Java application, also Windows applications, Windows presentation form. So there are a couple of technologies I can automate and build my application model on. And all those applications have a set of objects. So the set of objects includes different classes like buttons. I have text boxes, tables, lists, links, radio buttons. So whatever you can imagine in order to really automate the UI side of the application. And this is not only for one application. So all of those applications have their own set of those interactive objects, which helps me to automate. And I can build my application models exactly based on those objects. So in reality, you build application models basically for each of those application, even more application models. So for a mobile app, you have maybe one application model. For SAP apps, you can have multiple application models divided by the functional modules like SD, FE, CO, and so on. And so you organize and build your application models. Yeah? So who is now working with those application models? Yeah? So these are the different teams. So you have a team for SAP, maybe you have a team for .NET, for web, for mobile, for Java, or you define the teams more organized by their automation capabilities, so which are shared resources. However, you can build the application models per app, per modules of the app, per functional side of the modules, and these teams can now reuse it. Yeah? So let's say the SAP team has a knowledge or have engineers who have knowledge about C# and Java. .NET for sure, they would like to work in C#. The Java team would definitely prefer Java application. Then you have the web team, the mobile team, and so on. They have their different strength where they would like to work on. And you have the developer, allows you to really provide these application models for those different apps to all the different teams. So me as a Java tester or Java engineer, I can make use of all the SAP models on the mobile models, web models, and write test cases used in or built on top of Java. Then I, as a .NET engineer, I can use the same models, yeah, and write my test in C#. So now imagine in SAP or in my mobile application, there are new objects inserted and also the UI has changed. So I just need to adapt this model here on the mobile application side, and this will allow me to really update all the different test cases in C#, in Java, and so my teams can really continue and automate completely isolated using the application model. So this is really a big benefit you gain through UFT Developer, where also no Selenium or any other tool can provide the same value as in Selenium. If you are using the Selenium SDK for .NET or for Java, you have to build your page object models, and you cannot share the Java page object models with the C# page object models. This is not possible because of the different language, but with the application model, this is super simple, as they are the same TSRX files. You share at the end, these are XML files, and you can share this really across the different teams and across the different environments. And this makes it really very useful to automate, as you have a central point of management in order to change the objects of your applications. So this is really something which I wanted to share as part of the UFT Developer Academy. So looking forward to your feedback and your experience using application models.